Hey, another Podstache half an hour episode quickies. To my left, our special guest.
Milkshake.
Next to him,
Brian.
over there.
Ridley.
Right to my right.
Koopa.
And I guess we should introduce.
Caitlin.
So soft spoken.
Koopa's sister, and she's drawing a sexy sketch of Koopa for us.
This is really good.
Okay. It's like we should probably.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
It's like the milk in Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Really?
It's like a horchata. Horchata.
it's amazing.
I would say. You'll understand why I was pissed that I spilled some on the table.
Yeah.
Taste it.
It's so creamy.
Just kind of bugs me that I'm just drinking a glass full.
That's really
I wonder if I drink enough of this, my wife will taste it.
Well, I'm done drinking that.
Love you, honey.
Random con related. I think
Not like she listens to this anyway.
Just you.
Now she will.
What?
At work today, we figured out my shitty wrestling name because I either want to be the American Chupacabra or the Chupaslabra. And he's like, that sounds like a shitty porno title. I'm like, it will be now.
Do we want to get? Because I know Metal Frame left a couple voicemails. Do we want to do those or next one? Okay. How about we talk about these? Rev posted these on our fucking Koopa.
Thought your phone was
How
broken.
many revs do you know?
My older brother we call Rev also.
Oh, you got another brother?
Huh?
I don't know.
The older one. Yeah.
Learning new
And it was
things
actually
every day.
it was because let's see, Andrew. Yeah, because on one of the tours, on the one tour, we had Chris, Rev, and Brian. I don't know, so it's because Chris, Rev, and Brian.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. Well, that was entertaining. Anyways,
Hey.
but Rev, our older brother, he posted this on the Podstache Facebook, and it's title of it is 50 upcoming movie remakes. We'll just probably
50?
We'll
God
fly
damn
through
it.
them because
Yeah.
there's 50. So I guess we can just say like whether we'd see it or not. And if you feel strong enough, you can vent a little bit. Okay, so the first one, Dread.
Damn it.
Who's remake? Who's in it?
Does it any details?
It's Judge Dredd.
Yeah, but
But any
who's
cast
redoing
details
it?
or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah.
Attached, Carl Urban and Olivia Thirlby.
No idea.
Director, Pete Travis. Vantage Point.
I would not see this.
No, I'm not.
I like the original one.
Yeah.
I do. I actually.
I am the law.
Oh, I guess the guy who did the screenplay for 28 Days Later is doing it?
No,
The screenplay?
That's a slight positive point, but
Carl Urban.
I
who
would
was in
have to
Lord of
see the
Rings.
trailer.
Futuristic
yeah.
sci-fi movies very different from like modern day horror.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just because you write one kind of good movie doesn't mean that
It was moderately sci-fi-ish. Oh, man.
Red Dawn. I never saw the original.
Fuck.
What?
Oh, wait, no, we did that tour.
Yeah, I remember. We were like, what? Sit down and watch this.
They gave me a bunch of shit.
Yeah, fuck.
You know, Red Dawn, I love the movie, even though I think it's shot horribly.
Yeah.
I could see a newer one
Well, are
done.
they going to cast like all the current teen
Well,
stars?
actually,
type of thing, or?
Thor's attached to it.
Ooh, okay.
I don't-
He's good.
Red Dawn would be a good one to remake, and they could make it really good.
It's just, that's so weird, though, because that's such a...
You see, you don't care because you didn't grow up watching
But it's
it.
such a dated concept, though.
But they could easily reinvent the concept, and I mean, fuck, I mean, I don't know.
Now it could be Mexicans parachuting in.
Which this time around features an invasion from China rather than the Soviet
I mean, that
Union.
makes sense. Yeah.
Okay,
Can't really call it Red Dawn, though.
It would be called what was the game that just came out that was like that? Homefront.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'd end up calling it Homefront.
Homefront. Red Dawn, Homefront.
Yeah.
Home Dawn Front.
Dirty Dancing.
I don't
Did they
care
ever
either
do
way. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
wait,
watch it.
Havana Nights wasn't a remake, though. That was just its own thing. Yeah, fuck
weird.
that.
No. Or no, Flashdance they did.
Yeah.
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 Which I saw then wasn't too
remake?
bad.
Oh, yeah, it's on the plane.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it was all right. I don't know. Juliana Hough is fucking gorgeous. So.
Yeah.
I do awful things. Akira.
Akira.
I've never
Akira's an anime. and it's an awesome anime. So, and Leonardo DiCaprio attached himself to it a long time ago, and they've been dying to get this movie made. I don't think it'll ever will. If he did it, if it's still Leonardo DiCaprio, that's a part of it.
Just says Garrett Hedlund and Ken Wannabe, an actor.
That would be a really, really hard movie to make well. So, I mean, I'd be intrigued until I saw a trailer and see how.
If Michael Bay is directing, they can kind of capture it.
Yeah.
Great
anime.
one I already oppose, and I oppose it even more once I found out who's attached to it. Annie.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Annie.
Better not be Lindsay Lohan.
Attached. Willow Smith.
That's
Can it be Lindsay Lohan?
Rebecca Black. Anybody?
All Quiet on the Western Front.
You could do a good job with that.
Attached, but it's only rumored as Daniel Radcliffe. Whatever.
Who cares?
Carrie.
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyone decent attached?
No.
Doesn't matter. They're
Doesn't
going to
even
fuck it
say.
up.
Well, yeah.
They're just going to fuck it up.
Yeah. Child's Play.
No.
Fuck yeah! I heard of that too, man. What the fuck?
Attached is Brad Dourif, though. The guy who did the voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's promising.
Well, wasn't he attached to
He's been
the last?
Yeah, he's
all
been
of
in
them.
all of them.
yeah.
But was the one that had Redman and it was pretty funny. Was it Redman?
Is that Seed of Chucky?
And Seed of Chucky. That was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
It was definitely ridiculous. I mean, they're
the
all
one
kind of
with,
ridiculous because the whole concept that
Oh,
you
no,
can't
I'm
just
thinking
kick a
Bride of
puppet
Chucky.
away. Like, it's kind of ridiculous.
In my opinion, I think they kind of drove that to, you know, what I mean,
It went from a horror to a comedy.
it's like-
right.
it's like any
They took
horror
it too far,
franchise almost.
and why would you reboot that?
Yeah.
So
Evil Dead.
Dude, I'm so up
we've
and down
talked
on
about this before. Yeah,
I'm so up and down here and more and more,
Yeah.
more and more different.
I would see it. Here's the deal: I would see it because I'd have to see it, but who knows?
It's got the Raimi and Campbell stamp of approval.
Well, no, there's two different companies that are trying to make it. One is like Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell actually working on it, and
Yeah.
then one just another company.
Oh, really?
You see, if it was Raimi and Campbell on it, I would see it.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
can't imagine how it would beat.
You don't need to remake it.
Yeah.
I mean, it stands alone as like
If it was a
horror.
continuation or like within the series, yeah.
it was like a turning point in horror almost to like make camp kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's no reason to. Yeah, and like to remake it. I mean, I can see him just going way too serious with it, and that would kind of kill it for me.
Fletch one.
Really?
I don't like Chevy Chase, really, to be quite honest.
Those movies.
Well, wasn't Kevin Smith supposed to write that at one point?
Yeah, I think.
Speaking of Kevin Smith,
Maybe they'll just use his part that he was writing just for the beginning of the movie, like they did with Planet
Speaking
of the Apes.
of Kevin Smith,
Tons
and
of
I don't want to
shit
get
he's
off
done.
on a
These little
crazy
things he did,
tangent or
don't pay
anything,
him.
but I watched.
You know.
He has like another kind of evening with, but it's specifically more aimed towards like Red State and all that stuff. Burn in Hell is cool, but in that area, he says, you know, he's going to make 3 movies and he's done it. He's already made 2 of them, and he wanted to kind of be creative again and kind of be him and try new things. So he wanted to do a studio movie, which was Cop Out. He wanted to do Red State,
Yeah.
and he says he's got one more lined up, and that's going to be the last
That's
one.
the hockey one, right?
Really?
Yeah.
It's somebody.
But you know him. I mean, he's going to be around doing stuff. It's
Yeah.
just I think he's just going to go to more social media means.
What's it called? I haven't seen that or heard of it even. Burn in Hell?
It's really recent. I mean, I went on Netflix and I found it last night.
Yeah.
I just saw it. Yeah.
No,
I didn't even know he did Cop Out.
And which was interesting because I had bought his book that just has his diary entries. You know, he just
Yeah.
And in the end of that, it talks. He meets Bruce Willis and Bruce Willis wanted to do a movie with him. And at
Well,
the
that's
end of the book,
Evening 3, right? I think.
Yeah, and then he did Live Free and Die Hard. That was right.
Well, no, he met him on the set of that. But he talked about his Bruce Willis meeting the evening with Kevin Smith.
yeah, the book itself is beyond that movie because that's how they kind of met.
Yeah.
And then it goes on to after that movie, they kind of talk and meet, and Bruce is talking about making a movie with him. And then in the end of the book, he's like, "Yeah, but that won't happen. I make Kevin Smith movies." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the Cop Out comes out.
Yeah.
Probably 2 years later.
Yeah. House Party.
Anybody?
I can't even watch the first. The
Only if they
original.
bring back Kid and Play.
It doesn't have anyone attached to it.
Because nobody wants to be a part.
Spoons outside.
Spoon Man.
They should start. They should start doing like remake blends, like House Party meets like
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead, yeah. That would be interesting. I think people would see those.
Mashups?
Yeah, remake mashups.
Mad Max.
We need to copyright that, right?
Fury Road. But is that a remake or a reboot, or is that another Mad Max?
Attached is Tom Hardy, Charlize Theron, Nicholas Hoult, and Zoe Kravitz. Wait,
I trust that lineup.
Zoe Kravitz.
Tom Hardy is really solid. What is it? Is it called Mad Max?
Mad Max Fury Road.
I'm just saying, Zoe Kravitz. What's she from?
He's Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's been in something. I know she's been in something that I thought was okay. Well, so is it a remake or a continuation? Because the original one
this
was
is
the
all
Road Warrior.
remakes.
They say remakes.
Because
but-
the Road Warrior was the original one, and then you had Mad Max Beyond
Yeah.
Thunderdome, and then
My Fair Lady. I don't give a shit, to be quite
Nah.
honest. Moving on.
the original is better.
This one I'm kind of interested about. Old Boy.
No,
I mean, it's too
It's-
soon, but
it's too
I'll
soon.
still check it, though.
yeah, I'll check it out. But why would you do that? Why not
American-
add to the
American
story? You know what I mean? Like,
But it might be directed by Spike Lee.
that's so weird.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Lots
that's
of
weird.
racial overtones.
Motherfucker. Real quick sidetrack here. I saw the trailer for Quentin Tarantino's
Django
newest
Unchained?
movie. That's the first Tarantino movie I'm kind of on the fence about.
I think it looks awesome.
What is it?
Which movie?
Django Unchained?
Django Unchained.
What's the basic premise?
It's a what? You can say more than I explained.
No.
Basically a like a hitman guy basically hires a slave to like find out or seek out some guys of the Ku Klux Klan, and the only reason why he does that is it's the slave. He's like the only one who's actually seen their face without the hoods.
Okay.
So it's just like this whole like, hey, we're a black and white duo that we're gonna find some
Yeah.
Klansmen, you know.
Oh, okay.
It's like Inglorious
Is
Bastards.
it supposed to be a funny movie?
I think so.
It's-
I mean, kind of like how Glorious Bastards was. There was constantly-
Was it going to have that kind of spaghetti western feel to it too? I'd imagine. Because I mean, that's his thing. I mean,
And then who? It's Jamie Foxx, right?
Yes.
So,
I'd see it. I'd go see it. You know, you get. I mean,
I'll see it, but that's definitely in recent memory that I can think of, like the first Tarantino movie. I'm just kind of like,
see, I think he's
to me, he's
almost
hit or miss.
untouchable
Like
in a
when
way.
he did the Grindhouse, like Rodriguez's Grindhouse film was 10 times, in my opinion.
Do you like Planet Terror better than Death Proof?
Yeah,
I liked them both.
Well, I thought Death Proof the last 20 minutes was pretty good, but
Well, see, I was about to say the exact opposite. I love the movie except the end.
See, I think it helps if you are familiar with grindhouse flicks to begin with, and kind of get into that genre outside of those movies. It helps
Right.
kind of understand them.
No, I understand. I just, Tarantino's got some good dialogue, but he's just got a lot of it. You know what I mean? So it's part of it, like Reservoir Dogs, man. I love Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction, I could go with or without.
Interesting.
What's the
You'll be a merman.
Kill Bill 1 and 2? Really loved.
Yeah.
See, I really didn't get into those so much.
I fucking love Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was like I watched them. It was like,
He homages a couple different movies that I liked, and
All of his movies do that.
yeah, and
yeah.
and it was really stylized. I like that Japanese kind of
Yeah.
art, and and then there was a movie called that at the time that came out. I think that's how we figured it out. We had bought that movie on eBay, which was banned in the Americas. What was it called? The one where they take the school kids to an island and they
Suicide Club?
No.
The Battle Royale?
Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Well, one of the girls from Battle Royale is in there, and she's the one that goes, would you like to penetrate me? Looks like I penetrated you first." And they keep her in the same outfit too.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. So I remember that. I really enjoyed that. I like the dialogue. I think the dialogue's witty in that, and I also like the fight scenes.
Did I mention how I heard that interview with, and it's like no news now, but I was listening to that talk radio station I listened to when they interviewed Brad Pitt, and he talked about how him and Tarantino would like to do an Inglourious Bastards prequel.
Yeah. I think we talked about
Yeah,
that.
we talked about it with the scar and everything.
Yeah. to give like the backstory is like that would be so fucking cool, man.
I'd watch it.
Well, like, I don't know, random to Tarantino too. I was talking about him. My friends from Indiana were here, and we just talked about how Tarantino is really kind of the only director nowadays who is popular that does that throwback style of grindhouse, spaghetti western, over the top type of thing. And there's no logical reason it should be so popular, but he does. I'm like, there's like no logical reason it should be so popular. But every actor who gets a chance will jump at a Tarantino film. Yeah. And that's just random and weird, because he's, you see actors outside of their genre in Tarantino movies, and it's their only chance they're ever going to have to do like a grindhouse type of, exploitation movie, Right.
Spielberg does throwback stuff, but it doesn't show. It's like Indiana Jones was like a throwback to like the serial.
Yeah. Right. It's very polished. Yeah. Tarantino has like gritty-ish style.
That kind of.
Does anyone know what Rodriguez is doing? Like, I know he's got his own studio, and he's kind of awesome because he shoots with like an 8-man crew. Like, that's how they make their movies. Yeah. But I haven't heard anything from him lately.
Mariachi.
What was the last thing he did? The Predators, right? Or did he do something after that?
Yeah, I think that was him, right?
He did Predators, or he was producer. I don't know. I know he was involved in it, but I don't know if he directed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna IMDb it.
Nice. Should we keep moving on?
Yeah, keep moving.
Pet Cemetery.
I like that.
I don't want to be buried.
That when they made that kid up and had him turn the corner and stab what's his father, that was fucking awesome. I remember that just being like.
I just remember that movie whenever I was a kid, and I still. And I think it just stuck with me that I still have a hard time when the kid gets hit by the car. I'm just like, children are okay with me. Like, don't hit them with trucks.
I'll go down that road.
Just juxtapose it to little kids running around screaming in a retail environment, and it'd be okay.
That movie also has the best scene ever. That bangs his head off the table.
Quick side thing. Did you guys see the footage from down in Texas? It was about kids getting hit by a truck, but actually little Tyler got thrown out of a flipping truck. The guy was running away from the cops, flipped his car. The kid got thrown out, and then he drove away.
Was it his kid?
I think so. I saw like the woman was in the passenger seat. Like you see her like look out the back and like try to get out, but then you just see the truck kind of like.
The kid live?
I don't know. The kid got up and like was walking away and just fell down.
Shit. That's
it was just
up.
like shit, man. If I was a cop, I would have murdered that guy. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna leave your kid on the fucking road?
Yeah. Well, you heard about that thing? I think it was in Texas just this past week, where they're putting it to a grand jury because they don't want to try the guy. The dude walked in on a friend of the family molesting his daughter and beat the guy to death.
That was awesome.
He beat him to death, and the cops are like, we don't want to try him. Yeah. They're like, it's up to this jury whether they want to or not, because technically...
Yeah, and you think a bunch of Texans are going to be like, let's put the guy on trial, you know?
I mean, Texas loves fucking killing people.
They kill retards down there, you know? It's like, fuck,
that was kind of cool. That's kind of cool to see that. Like
I want to see that guy run for governor. Like, come on. Like, the guy did exactly...
what you should do.
Just because, it's not right in the eyes of the law, who the fuck cares? It's morally right.
Well, look at it. If they would have tried that guy in a court, he'd just be in jail, or he'd just be on house arrest.
Daughter.
For molesting somebody, he'd be on house arrest. And now he's dead and he got what he deserved. You know?
Exactly.
So, Robert Rodriguez... I forgot, he did Machete in 2010.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He went back and did a Spy Kids movie.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that, yeah.
And then...
wasn't Spy Kids 3D, right?
No, it's another one, because Spy Kids 3D was earlier than that.
Okay.
And then he's got 2 movies announced for 2013, which is interesting and will be interesting. It's another... what is it? Machete movie. So he's got another one lined up for that, and then Sin City.
Ooh.
So that'll be interesting.
Did he do the first one?
Yeah, he was part of the first Sin City. It was 3 different directors.
I loved the first Sin City. I mean, it was just like you were watching a comic book.
Yeah.
That was rad.
And it was 3 different directors that did those 3 different scenes. Yeah. So I think they're probably going to redo that again, too.
Oh, that's good.
Next one. Point Break.
They're really reaching now, man.
Yeah, I guess.
What can we remake?
Come on, really?
When are they going to say enough?
I'm just getting mad looking at his goddamn computer screen.
RoboCop.
Like, is there anybody making new movies, or is it just going to be all remakes from here on out.
here's
Like,
the thing,
is everybody just out of ideas?
What I don't.
I mean, they have Abraham versus vampires coming out now.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. I just saw the Abraham versus zombies, and that was kind of
That's the one at Redbox. I think.
funny,
Yeah.
and whatnot. But then it's just like, okay, there's that, which is kind of stupid, but new.
Yeah.
But then it's just like all just remakes, like remakes of good movies that are still good. They remake RoboCop, they're just gonna totally fuck it up.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. We've probably talked on length about why they remake movies, but just a quick thing too. I mean, like everything's been done. Every theme has been done. So I think it'd be awesome if they started branching out a little more into like the obscure comic books and the obscure anime and stuff like that.
I mean, even like
Akira would be
Avatar,
cool.
you know, I mean, it wasn't really a new concept. I mean, it was just Fern Gully and Dances with Wolves put together
Exactly.
in space. But I mean, but at least it came across as a new.
That's what we need to do. We just need to take these.
There's your mashups.
It's the
right there.
mashups.
There's your
Yeah,
mashup.
Take these movies that we know and put them in space.
I remember when back in the day when the Saw movies started coming out. I think by Saw 3, I think it was me and you might have been there, that we went to see the one Saw movie. And it hasn't happened yet, even though they say it's the final one. But John Frost predicted like 10 years ago. He's like, fuck it, they're going to do Saw in space. He's like, I give like 10 years Saw in space.
I remember seeing the first one and just being like, God damn it! It's like some guy just loved Seven and wanted to make something like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never grabbed onto that series.
It's actually showing what happens to the people.
But you know,
Not
it's
just
like
giving the
even
hint.
like Alien. You know, great fucking movie. But I mean, if you really step back and look at it, it's nothing new.
Well, yeah.
It's just in space.
And that's the thing. I mean, like if you really think about it, we have the themes of pretty much every movie and everything. Like they're all very basic and simple, and it's because you have to relate. You have to get people to relate to what you're talking about. You can't not have that theme, that romantic, you know, underlying thing going on, or rough. What is it like? Kind of guy resents family past. You know, like the dynamics of character. That's what I'm saying. The characters will always be the same. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like, dude, it's already a good movie. Leave it alone. Like Red Dawn, like I could see, like it was a good movie, but it just wasn't. To me, it just wasn't filmed good enough.
Right.
You know, and it definitely, if they kept the same storyline and everything and just shot it better, you know, with a bigger budget, it could
Exact
be.
same actors.
Oh, it would be
Now we
great.
have crazy Charlie Sheen.
But I mean, it could be done really well. But this next one too, it's just like, this is my childhood here.
You mean Short Circuit?
God damn it, dude.
Exactly. It's just
The
like,
fuck,
what's
man?
wrong with the first?
And I'll tell you what, if they change one thing on that fucking robot, people will flip
Oh
shit.
fuck that! They're gonna make it look all fucking human-y and shit. Like
Yeah, it's
Johnny 5 is walking like a person. Like
Yeah.
part of his the lure was
Lobster.
Yeah, they're gonna open. They're gonna. He's gonna be a little kid, and he's gonna get molested, and he's gonna be going input.
yes, Rapo. Rapo the movie.
Rape dome. Oh god.
The Birds?
What? No, I don't know. See, I'm just against remakes. It's
I'm
like you
actually- I'm
made.
actually-
I will say that one's far enough back that I'd give that a shot.
Have you guys seen Birdemic? They already made a remake. Nobody's
you're
seen
talking
Birdemic. All right.
That's us. I know.
Kaylin was talking about
Okay.
that on the car ride
Have you seen
over.
Birdemic?
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. I met the director of that movie. I think did I talk about this? How I went to see that at the Music Box in Chicago, and the director was there. Super Asian, like from Asian.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, thank you for coming to my movie. It took a long time, and the movie sucks. Like, I bought it because it sucks, but I was like wasted. Like, fifth of beam done, wasted in the theater. And I was getting ready to leave, and I'm in the lobby, and he's there, and I'm like, oh, dude, the movie was fucking great. And he's like, oh, yes, yes. He's like, very scary monster. Like, he thought
You
I was
very scary monster.
He thought I was like Godzilla or something. 'Cause I was like, oh, yes.
Oh no, they say we got to go.
That's what happens. I have to go inside.
The Crow.
It would be good to see this movie done with one actor through the entire movie.
Yeah, but Brandon Lee did a badass
He did a
job.
great job.
I don't even know who they'd put in its place, man. Like I think if Brandon Lee never did it, I think Jared Leto would be a good person, but he couldn't do the remake. It would just be
Thoughts?
I don't know. I think The Crow's.
If they could make it more like the graphic novel, I'd be interested.
Which is very hard to achieve with anything, to an extent. It's like get something to be more like the source material.
Yeah.
It's always hard to kind of capture that well.
I mean, we just talked about how Sin City did that.
Well, but they almost literally did it.
Yeah.
They made it look like a graphic novel, which is hard to do because you don't want to see that from every movie because then you get sick of it. You know, like The Walking Dead did a good job making it real enough. But,
Yeah, but
you know.
I mean, each graphic novel has its own art style.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
This can't be that good though if two directors have already dropped off it.
Yeah.
I guess the guy who did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen dropped off, but now the guy who did 28 Weeks Later, weeks.
This guy again?
Weeks. Yeah, he dropped off too. I never saw 28 Weeks Later.
a lot of times too.
fell
They can
asleep
get caught
a
up
few
like
times.
maybe they had 3 main actors in mind or something like that, and they just couldn't get them. So they're like, and then red tape, you know. So.
Yeah, but usually if a director wants to do a movie, he'll attach himself to it, even if it's going to take 5 years to get to it.
Right.
You know,
That's why IMDb has stuff that's like 3 years out with people attached when they haven't even started filming yet. You
right?
know,
They don't
someone
even have a
wants to their name on
screenplay.
it.
They just have.
Yeah.
I want to do a movie called.
It's also good because
Space
they get
Monkey.
feelers too. You know what I mean?
Why hasn't that happened yet? Raj and the Space Monkey.
In space.
Rocket Boy had a monkey. 3 episodes ago. Remember with that comic? What's his name?
No, Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, with Harlan Williams. It's a good movie.
Oh,
dude.
it is.
a good
He's
movie.
hilarious.
The Orphanage, which came out not too long ago.
Yeah, they're going to do already. Yeah,
Yeah, that was good. I really liked that.
it's a remake of a remake.
But yeah,
It was a Spanish.
Guillermo del Toro.
It was in Spanish, so that's what
so
they're probably
hit or
trying to
No,
do.
he did the original. Yeah, El Orfanato.
He's so hit or miss, man. Guillermo del Toro.
Well, he's got a very distinct art style, and he brings it to everything, to Hellboy, to
Have
everything.
you seen Don't Be Afraid of the Dark? His remake.
No. Yeah.
Fucking, it's almost like don't bother. Because I was excited because I'm like, oh cool, like I've seen clips from like the old 70s like miniseries type of thing, and I got the movie and it was seriously just like
I don't know what those two are.
it was hard to watch.
Never seen.
Just like Katie Holmes is in it, and then like it's just unbelievable. It felt rushed. Like he crammed like a potentially good two-hour movie into like an hour and 20 minutes, and it was just fucking bad.
Honestly, too, though, I
didn't
think
stop it, but-
I don't think you can really. The Orphanage was I remember when I saw it. It was one of the best ghost movies I've seen in a really, really long time. And I think the area of where they're at, plus the language and I think all of that added to it. Like even the to the house style to where they're at and location.
Yeah.
I don't think you can remake that scary. And they did some really cool things. They brought back a style of that. What are the people that talk to the dead? Like how she got into trance and stuff. That was fucking creepy, man. So I don't know. I don't know how you'd remake that.
It's too soon. I mean, some of these are already too soon, but the Guillermo del Toro one, that was 2007.
I know why they did the Orphanage. They did the Orphanage because it's in another language. Like, let's bring it to America, even though it did reasonably okay already.
Yeah.
But remember, The Departed, the movie that it wasn't necessarily a remake, but the whole story was taken from a Chinese movie that was made 8 years earlier.
Let Me In and Let the Right One In.
Yeah.
That was very close together. And
See, I
and
never
both were
saw the
good.
American one. I never
They were
saw
both
the
good.
American one.
Yeah, the American one it held its own to it. I mean, it was identical as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, but it held its own. You know,
Cool.
probably halfway through.
Well, we'll be right back.
Hey.